come to our weekly discussion from EUY. Right?
EIY.
EIY. This week's topic is single or marriage. It's my pleasure to introduce you two guest speakers today, Miss Ngọc and Mr. Hùng. Mr. Hùng is a single man who loves to have freedom and live a single life, especially with cat. He has 10 cats. He don't like women, he just like cat. And this is the young lady, Ngọc. Yeah, she loves to have a happy, stable family with children. Yeah, really opposite lifestyle and idea. Now let's start a conversation to know more perspective from these guest speakers. Let's start with the first question. What do you think about arranged marriage?
Arranged marriage.
You said first, right?
No, I will never agree with arranged marriage, because to me it also about force. You do not consider free will and choice onto individuals. So they will try to coerce people into their own defined set of society. And then what would you have? What would you have here? Unhappy, divorce, orphan. Do you want that in the future where you have a single mom, a single dad? Do you have to try with the so-called marriage or something? Do you want to really be happy without that? Oh, I will consider no for that.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Hùng, for your answer. So you don't like arranged marriage?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay, why I do agree with you that arranged marriage will cause us into a situation when we feel like we're living in misery and we will not find our own happiness. There are some different cases why arranged marriage can give you the true partner you're searching for. For example, now you can see that we spend a lot of time living a life, meeting a lot of people, trying to find one that suits us. But then at the end of the day, he or she turns out not to be the right one. However, arranged marriage, for people who have the overview, they see us and they can find the one that suits us the most. And if we happen to get on well with that person, arranged marriage is a good one because it helps you find partner more easily compared to your own journey, trying to searching for anyone.
Oh, please, woman. Arranged marriage is like finding true love with Tinder. You will never ever find the true love on such a slim possibility. Look at this. You have on Tinder. You have one. You have to try to find almost 5 to 10 people. Only 1, 4, or 2, 3 will have long term. Only one will get to marriage. What do you have? 1%, almost 1%. The same to arranged marriage. You have to? That marriage, you will be a complete loser or a complete winner. And I will guarantee that there's no point that you will be a complete winner here. So my point still stands. No way of arranged marriage here.
I think you're being too extreme at this point because Tinder, we use that app to increase our chance of meeting new people. So when we're open to each other, we want to find our true love. We go to that area being willing to meet each other and show ourselves. So I think it's a good way to get to know other. And yes, why I do agree that we may fake our personality, our features when we meet the other, but in the end, we're trying to meet new people and choose the most suitable one for us. So there's nothing wrong with Tinder.
There's nothing wrong with Tinder. Oh.
Let's stop for a moment. We then move to the next point. Let me briefly mention. Let me briefly tell about what you already mentioned. Like for whom you don't like arranged marriage, it's kind of a force to him, and he thinks it's an unhappy lifestyle. This may lead to the divorce and single mom or dad, right? But Nick now still keep her point that he believed in the older people arrangement, and this is the wisdom of the older people. So we have see believe that this will lead to the happy life. And then you two mentioned about Tinder, yeah. Um, oh,
No, nothing. No,
Nothing.
no, it's just something. Yeah, it just scratches. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's just flat.
okay.
It's just.
So yeah, what do you think about Tinder or any kinds of online dating?
Online is just a scam. It's always a scam from the beginning.
Scam.
Because when you're on internet, you could be anyone. You could be from doctor to the CEO. When in fact you're just a hobo. So let's try this. You want to go to the you will go to the online internet, open up account on Tinder, and you will go, oh, I'm the CEO of this company of Unilever on this PNG. When in fact you are sitting on your mom's basement, writing something and jerk off something, and I don't care. And then you go to and then you try to introduce something to some people that you are so attractive, you're so lucrative, and then turns out it was a scam. You are who you are. You cannot fake who you are. So that and people would try to do that to impress everyone, but in fact it's just trying to put a mask and then be unhappy about that. So it already is a scam from the beginning. And in fact, Tinder was on the basis of one night stand in America, and now in Vietnam they're going to go for true love. I don't know what is the foundational basis of that. They're so distorted. I don't even know how the new generation has become. It's so materialistic.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear your point. You totally don't trust on Tinder. It kind of scare, right? Okay, Miss Ngọc, your opinion, please.
I think I would agree with you in this case because for me, I don't trust Tinder also because I think that is when an app is dedicated for somebody to find partners, then there will be some people manipulate that app and trying to get what they want to ensure that they benefit in a relationship. However, I think that apart from Tinder, there are a lot of social media and from which you really can find your partner. So it can be like a place, Instagram or Facebook, there are social medias when you show your characters, you live true to yourself. Or you have your friends, and when you make more friends, you see the one that share the same hobbies with you, the same interests with you, and they work in the same areas. You can learn something about them, and that's how you develop yourself, not only in a relationship, but also in your career.
Why do agree with your offline communication and networking friend? Instagram is the one thing that I will totally disagree with. I ever heard and I ever hear one that say you can find true love on Instagram. I will just say, so just I have no word to say because Instagram is also the basis of many models and many wannabe celebrities. They can post pictures and then use filter to let themselves so pretty. It's the modern day equivalent of living fake. This is fake on an entirely new level.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think we had an interesting sharing point from the two guest speakers. Mr. Hong, we totally disagree with the Tina, and he don't trust on that social tool. Why not? If it's very useful and find that you may develop or find someone with the same habit, develop some of the talent. Yeah. So I would like to ask the next question. Should the man take the lead in a relationship? I would like to invite you first.
I think it depends, but the real thing that matters in relationships is that we come to each other truly with who we are. So it doesn't matter if a man or a woman take the lead, but if you feel like you can be the one that bring out the best from each other, and you can give the emotions, you can give happiness, you can make each other happy, then just be active and just approach them, no matter if you're a woman or a man.
Yeah.
The emotion is the key in a relationship.
I think they'll agree with her because I used to take the lead on almost any kind of marriage, of kind of relationship, and it turns out that being and taking the lead is really time. And also one thing, the society tends to put on the pressure on the man that man should take the lead, man should take the woman, man should be the triumph, and it has no effect at all because it does not take into account the feminine side and also the woman. The society consider woman a trophy.
No,
That's
I
all.
don't agree with you.
That is the point because the society called
Can
the
we pause for a moment? Yeah, we have different idea. Always men always love to take the list in everything. They kinds of traditional, right? As I said, one of the kinds of kinds of equal relationship, like man and woman, as long as we are happy, it's okay. I think we move to the next question. What do you think about one night stand?
Absolutely not. I think that if it's not come from, the purpose of staying with each other and building a family, then one night stand is just a relationship with benefit, sexual benefit for one person, and the other. I don't believe in sex without love. So I think that it is just a kind of like benefit to one person in that relationship, and the other is just offer the service, and they are really not building anything for themselves.
I will totally agree with one night stand because they are so beneficial. We don't need to have any commitment, so we just go boom, boom, bang. Oh, you want to hang out? And I will say, oh, let's go. No love, no attach, no string attached, no commitment. So we just go, yank each other, and we go we part way, and that is okay with me because I don't really agree with any commitment. So why should I care with that?
Yeah, I see your 2 points. Yeah. Interesting to know the opposite class idea. Yeah, one love to have freedom, but one love to have the true love. Yeah, yeah. I think this is on the question for the audience, for the guests. I would like to ask for audience question. No, for an audience, any question for our guest speaker?
Who would you like to ask first? I have a question for Ngọc. Yeah, Ngọc said that the most important thing in relationship is emotion, right?
Yeah.
You confirm that, right? Because
Yeah.
I just heard in your sentence.
Yeah.
The most important thing in relationship is emotion. I just picked it up from your sentence.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
in
you
the
agree with
context,
that, right? That is your sentence.
in the context that I
Yeah.
was saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my question is that in the context of one night stands, what if both partners really have emotion toward each other? Do you still support one night stands?
Actually, I personally disagree with one night stand, but if you say emotions is the key thing and both sides agree with that deal, then it's okay because it will not just be like one person devote to the other when the other just want that kind of pleasure. And I think that when both agree, then they can go with one night stand.
Okay. And what if you may meet a man in the future and you have emotion toward that man? Will you agree to have one night stand?
No, actually, as a traditional girl, I don't think that if we have emotions at one moment, then we should go for each other because emotion is just a state. And if you really love each other, you can wait until you belong to each other. And then it's just another problem. There's a lot of things to maintain and remain in a relationship. And if you can wait for each other for them to feel sure that they want to take a step forward, then yes, I think that is the moment when we are all ready for, the special thing.
I can know. And then we feel
You
by
have
the
one
emotion.
question?
Actually, I don't have a question following up because I think that I don't want to push you further.
Yes, I'm too young for this topic.
Oh boy.
All right, so it would be for home. My question would be for home. All right, I see that you support a single life as long as you enjoy it.
Mm.
Right, but have you ever thought about you yourself getting old alone? All right, so now you're still young, you still have energy, you have a lot of stuff to do, and you still connected to this society, to the community around you. But think about 20 years later, all right, when you're getting older, and then you are less connected to the society because all of the new technologies, all of the younger generation with different mindset, okay, and then you feel that you become more and more isolated from the ground, all right, and that loneliness feeling will become bigger and bigger over the time. So what do you think, about your future being lonely like that?
I will become a monk.
Huh?
I will become a monk.
You will become a monk.
Yeah, a monk. Because I already accept my life and death. I already accept that I will be dying. I will be dying alone. So there's no way, and there's no point of clinching on the modern society, and also clinching on the superficial level of the relationship, when you don't have any happiness
Okay.
or commitment. So I would become a monk and be disconnected from this world and go to the spiritual world.
Okay. So I respect your individual will. All right, but out of your personal context, put yourself out of you. All right. So my question is, do you really support single life?
Absolutely. In life situation where in 2030, where almost 1.6 million men will be single, and men, especially you, will be pressured into dating and also marriage, where you will be pressured heavily towards something that you eventually will become unhappy because the demand is so low, as the demand is so high. Wait, the demand is so low and the supply is so high. So you will have to push yourself towards this, and you will have limited number of choice. And those choices might not be even available for you. If they are, they will be unsatisfactory for you. So why should you even try to do that when the chance of losing for you is really high, and the state of winning is low.
Okay. So above yourself, you still don't support marriage life.
With 1,000 times.
Okay.
I make at one point, I think like many people who choose to have a single life in order to serve for a bigger purpose. For example, they don't care for the family, but they have a bigger family, like community, and we have many famous people who lead the life like this for like Gandhi.
Gandhi,
Maybe.
King.
I forget the name.
Teresa.
Yeah, many people.
And as a matter of fact, I do have a niece.
Like alcohol, for example.
All right,
Yeah,
all right. But do you
people
think
who
that?
are people.
But do you think that it will create some kind of a trend which create a bigger population of people who support single life, and that will create imbalance between the demands and supply.
No, because eventually that way man will die, and all, which leads to the balance between men and women.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So one more question.
Yeah, I think the last question we have 2 more minutes left. So.
Okay. Thank you. So you said that you are a big fan of one night stand. And you still objecting aggressively on Tinder, which is a great platform for one night stand.
Drop them.
Offline. One night stand offline.
You trust someone you know.
By chance. I use
Yeah.
it by chance.
Okay.
Not full system. Not full system.
Okay.
Because only when you do it by chance, I will be more spontaneous.
And you don't want to risk your life.
That's why you have contraception and birth control.
Okay.
No.
That's why.
Okay. Thank you.
That's fine for you and Brian. Yeah, thank you, Miss Lan and Brian for the question, and thank Phong Ngọc and Home for your opinion. I would like to briefly thank everyone for attend. Just a small message before we leave. I think like the topic we discussed today, single or marriage. We have many different opinions on that. So at the end, I think as long as really happy, single or marriage, it doesn't matter. And as long as we concerned about whether tender or one night stand, for me, I think that if we dare to do something, try not to regret in the future. And as you happy, keep doing it. Thank everyone.
Oh man, I act so